We're talking about traffic and how secure some people are when they are in traffic. A point is a place in Ebutemeta. I don't know if you have a report of that. There's a particular place in Ebutemeta renowned for violence once it's 7 and past 7 p.m. in the night and people are stuck in traffic. Young boys, they come out in their numbers and start harassing people, rob people, and take their belongings from traffic.
One of the most notorious places in Ebutemeta is Okobaba. And I have police presence there now. I have operatives.
That's exactly the area we're talking about.
Yes, and of course, I have messages from people living in Okobaba who have been saying, oh, sir, please sustain what you are doing here. We picked a whole lot from Okobaba. The notorious names that they've been looking for, we picked them, including the guys that committed the murder at Evans Square.
Do you have enough personnel to sustain that?
The police cannot be enough. That is why we are partnering with the public. If you have 1 million strength of police in Lagos, it will not be enough. And that is why we're going to the public. Because security business, protection of life is for everyone. We can't do it alone.
You know, you rightly pointed that out. You can't do it alone, but, you know, there's still matters bordering on enforcement. Quite a number of people will say, is the police a little overwhelmed? Quite a number of people have noticed the return of motorcycles back on the road, especially in areas where they have been restricted. Is there a reason for this?
There is no reason for it. I met a situation like that, and I think people in Lagos followed the trend on this enforcement, that it was during the electioneering that some of these things reduced because people were playing games with it. And we've started enforcing. In the first arc alone, last week, we picked close to 150 Okadas. In Ikorodu, the same thing. And of course, we are coming stronger now because we found out that the few cases, serious cases that we've recorded in the past 1 week, they use Okadas to facilitate those cases.
So there's actually a correlation between political will sometimes and how the police does its job?
Not absolutely. Not absolutely. The police is there to enforce all laws. Because
you did talk about, you know, how the trend came back during the electioneering period.
That was what I meant. Maybe police efforts during that period were diverted to some other issues, because when you have campaigns, you have to deploy massively to control some of the happenings that are surrounded with campaigns, and that may be part of it. But now we are coming out strongly. We want to appeal to the members of the public that what they will be seeing now is massive onslaught on this. And of course, I've also, like before I got in here, been following the trends that some of the Okada riders have gone berserk, that when you are enforcing, they want to attack the police.
CP, a quick one here. Do you know that sometimes you get to see Okada, that is motorbikes, in places that they have been banned, and sometimes the riders are policemen? Policemen are also human beings. If a policeman has an Okada and is operating within the routes that is supposed to operate, you cannot hold him. But if he comes on the route where he's supposed not to operate, he will be arrested.
Even if he's a policeman?
Of course, yes. Nobody is above the law.
The military?
Everybody.
Let me just take you back to that area of Ebutemeta where you talked about. There's beyond the Okobaba, there's a place called Ebute, around where the fishermen stay. There's a lot of activity there. Reports coming from, say they even operate within the weekends.
Yes, usually that is why we are doing what we call crime mapping, and moving towards intelligence-led policing. We've been talking to them. One of the things I did the first week I got here is to meet with private boat operators and jetty owners to see how we can incorporate them into our security architecture, to see how we can get information from them as quick as possible. Because I have repeated it oftentimes that policing now is not just about guns and the manpower. The most potent tool that the police require now is information. And when you partner with members of the public, they know they can reach you, they have the confidence to talk to you, you get information on time, and that will improve on your response time.
What would you advise people to do if you say it's intelligence-based policing we have in now and the kind of relationship you build in between the communities and the police? What would they be doing at this point in time? Do you advise that they go to stations around the neighborhood to get the information of maybe the division of police officers, or is the police going to publish well, a kind of manual or handbook or information whereby Lagosians can reach out to all of the police posts or divisions in the state?
The police has always done that. All the police PROs publish the numbers of DPOs, the numbers of police stations, and of course they don't need to go to the police station to get that. My number is in the public. Within how many weeks that I arrive there, if I show you my telephone, people call me even for things that they're not supposed to call me for.
Just quickly though, how would you say your men are motivated?
To an extent, thanks to the Inspector General of Police, we have this safer highway thing, and in order to make sure that they don't resort to self-help to do things, we make provision for them for rations. Some of the policemen that would deploy on the road now would try and come just ordinary bottled water.
So that they won't have to take breaks.
Yes, you can ask them. On Saturday, I gave the ones that I engage here their ration for the week. And of course, provision is made for the fueling of those vehicles as well.
So a policeman has absolutely no reason to collect a bribe in Lagos?
Either motivated or not motivated, he collects his salary. There is no reason. Once a policeman does that, he has reduced himself to a base level and become a common criminal.
Just these tweets that we're rounding up now, but let me just bring these tweets in. Nigerian Batman says, we cannot just have, he's asking for a single number, but Femi Alao says, your men at Okeafa in Isolo always take bribe from Okada and motorists. One-way driving is a norm. One more person here, Ikate Idiaraba, this from Wenai and Zamba says, Idiaraba and Itire Ikate have become hideouts for cult members. And this other person, Philip, also says, Maza Bridge, a battalion of idle young people are permanently hiding there.
This is an ongoing thing. I appreciate the observations. And these are things, these are feedback we're getting that is making us to re-strategize. And we continue to do all what we can do to make sure that we make life peaceful and safe for people.
CP Fatai Owoseni, it's a pleasure having you on Sunrise Daily this morning.
Thank you very much.